Welcome to live coverage of Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports. It's Republic and Neosho, two teams that are 5-2, and we might end up with a shootout before this one's over. A lot of points have been scored by both these teams, and we'll be back to talk about it on our Repmo pregame show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
Welcome back to the Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show on Republic Tiger Sports. Republic and Neosho ready to do battle here tonight. It is a beautiful night, cool, breezy, and perfect weather for football. Rich Mines.
Yeah, and we don't have to compete with the sun. It's getting that part of the year where the sun goes down before the kickoff, so that's always great. Great crowd. The student section down there, mostly in pink, celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, so it's always great to see the students get involved in a great cause.
And both these teams are, like we mentioned earlier, offensive powers, and we'll talk about that after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
The stuff, Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Hines Street.
Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com. Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with a personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
Nice job, as always, by the Tiger Pride Band, and the band a little bit bigger tonight because some of the middle schoolers are out there. As tonight is Tigers in Training Night. That's the night when they get all the middle schoolers here. The middle school athletes recognize the fall athletes at halftime, and that includes also welcoming some of the middle school band members out here to get a taste of Friday nights as they try to get them excited as well about high school activities in their future. Rich, we talked a lot about the points being scored by these teams, and everybody knows what Republic's done, but Neosho has had quite an offensive season.
Yeah, they are offensively. They're averaging 46 points a game and averaging over 300 yards on the ground, and that's pretty impressive whenever you're talking about a COC schedule, when you're able to put up 46 a night and over 300 yards on the ground. Not many defenses are going to be able to stop Neosho, and both teams are very run heavy. Obviously, Neosho will do a lot of power run and zone option or zone read, and almost entirely out of the shotgun. They're a team that will throw it, though. They'll kind of lull you to sleep a little bit, several run plays, and then they'll try to throw one deep over the top as the defense tries to sneak up just a little bit to the line of scrimmage to stop the run play. So it's definitely a Neosho team that is better than last year. They've got a quarterback who can both run it and throw it. Coach talked about how some of the best offensive linemen, excluding Nixa, is Neosho. Neosho's got some really good O-line and D linemen, especially there in the inside. And he always talks about how Republic linemen usually are a little bit undersized, and this is going to be one of those examples of a Neosho team that will be much bigger up front.
One of those linemen is Everson Tomlinson, number 75. Tomlinson, 6'3", 315. He's an all-state wrestler as well. So that means not only is he big and strong, but he can move, and he'll be a challenge for this Tiger team. Let's take a look at some of our keys to the game. And our keys to the game presented by Tricia Phelps' team at eXp Realty. And Tim, we're going to let you go first with your key to the game.
Yeah, I said TCB, take care of business. Last week, gut-wrenching loss. They led for all but 1 second, either led or tied for all but 1 second. It was a gut-wrenching loss for us. We're not even playing, so it was tough on them. They need to forget that, put that in the back of their minds, take care of business tonight, and they'll be fine.
Rich?
Well, mine was take care of lock down the long ball, even though it says Tim. That is.
I got them backwards.
That's okay. That was key. Tim's key to the game, but part of the thing is just make sure you don't give up defensively the big plays. That's kind of what allowed Carthage last week to get back in the game. It wasn't the fact that they just put together a really long double-digit drive. It was they had some just big pass plays that got them down the field really quickly. So if our defense can just shut down the long ball, don't allow any plays that are over 15 yards, this should be a great night.
And my key is bring the boom. The Tigers are the more physical team. They've got twice the number of players on the roster. And so if they can just pound it right at Neosho all night, Neosho's got a bunch of guys that play both ways. I expect the first half to be a shootout. I think in the second half, the Tigers will have an opportunity to grind it away and wear down Neosho and make some stops in that second half that will slow it down based on the fact that they're the more physical team. Keys to the Game brought to you, as always, by the Tricia Phelps team at eXp Realty, helping you find the keys that open the door to your next home. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this quick timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Welcome back to the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo Football pregame show. Tigers have won 5 straight in this series against Neosho. And looking for number 6, and that's our first Fast Fact of the night. Fast Facts brought to you, as always, by Rapid Ship Republic. When Republic champs want to ship it fast, they ship it fast with Rapid Ship. Well, Rich, just about ready to have the team run onto the field. This has turned into quite a tradition coming out of that tunnel, and they will emerge. It's getting, like you said, to the time of the year when really it's almost dark when the game starts, and that lends a little extra atmosphere, I think, as the team comes out onto the field. Neosho not out here yet. They'll wait for the pomp and circumstance of this before they come out of the locker room. And maybe even more youth players than usual coming out of that tunnel tonight, because they'll be recognized at halftime. All of the players from Republic Youth Football get in tonight to be recognized as part of Tigers in training night, along with all the middle school athletes who will be out there on the field at halftime as well. Nice job by the band with the pregame entertainment. The team has run out. The youth players have run out. Here comes Neosho to the bench, and Rich, this is going to be a fun one. I think we're going to see a lot of scoring, at least early, and slowing down this Neosho team is not going to be easy. You're going to have to know your assignments and be disciplined, I think, against a team like this.
Yeah, as we were talking about a little bit ago in the pregame, 2 teams that rushed quite a bit. You have got Neosho offense that is averaging over 300 yards a game, and that's difficult no matter how good you are for your defense to go out there.
On the ground.
Right, on the ground. For your defense to go out there and stop a team that is still putting up this late in the season 300-plus yards a game. As you said, we have to be assignment sound. Last week versus Carthage, coming out of halftime, that drive that Carthage put together, they just went quick right down the field, and some of that was just some blown assignments by the defense. And as Coach talked about in your show yesterday, was talking about riding the roller coaster of emotions, and that's one of the things is we can't have that happen. No matter what the score is, we got to stay assignment sound, keep your emotions in check, and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, you kind of take for granted that this Tiger team plays on an even keel, because it's been 5 years now and we've seen it, but this team does not tend to get overhyped and lose their composure very often. But it did happen. I think that the magnitude of that game, although it was just a regular season game, but the attention that got, I think, got to the guys a little bit, and that was one of the messages that they heard throughout this week was, hey, you've got to keep your emotions in check when you're out there. Captains head out. It's Caleb Norman, number 32, Preston McCracken, 12, and also 61, Blake Luna, the center, and Hunter Eddings, 62. So as they do the coin flip, we're going to take a quick break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
Welcome back. The Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show on Republic Tiger Sports. Mentioned the running game for Neosho, but they'll throw it too. They're averaging 300 on the ground, but they're averaging about 500 in total offense, and that's a pretty good average. They had Webb City looked like beat, but Webb City managed to come back, and it was really turnovers that did them in against Joplin. Turned it over 4 or 5 times, and still were in the game down the stretch, and just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, last week they also had a close game. They lost to Joplin 31-28, and kind of watching the highlights and reading the highlights after the fact, it sounded like Neosho should have won that game. They just shot themselves in the foot, had too many mistakes that they couldn't overcome. So both records here, Republic 5-2, Neosho 5-2. Obviously played a little bit slightly different schedule and played the same exact teams, but for the most part is mostly COC schools. But can't as you talked about, can't overlook a Neosho. It was kind of in the same kind of position last year as well. Neosho and Republic both coming in with great records. A lot of people kind of hyped up Neosho, and Republic went down there and just got up quick on Neosho.
Yeah.
Last year's score down at third place, it was 40-0, and the score could have been even more lopsided. So, we'll see if this will be a repeat of last year, or if this is going to be a much improved Neosho team.
Tim, what happened with the coin toss?
Neosho won the toss and deferred.
So Republic gets the ball first, and it will be Neosho's Tanner Shoddy to kick it off. Shoddy spelled S-C-H-A-D-E, but pronounced Shoddy. And he'll tee it up and kick it off here. And back for the Tigers, Jackson Taylor, number 23. Nolan Lashley is back there on the far sideline as well at about the 16-yard line. And right at 7 o'clock, we're going to kick it off. High kick is going to be taken and dropped. Picked back up around to the 15 and up the sideline to the 20 by Jackson Taylor. And the Tigers will take over on right around the 20-yard line. Call it the 19 after a 9-yard return by Jackson Taylor. And the Republic offense is out there for the first time.
At quarterback tonight, senior quarterback
Preston McCracken brings him up to the line. Blake Luna is at center, and the handoff goes to Owen Clare. Gains about 3 out to the 22. Clare checks out. Overstreet, number 8, is split out wide to the near side. And McCracken is going to keep it, and he stiff arms a man, tries to get to the edge, does, but they usher him out of bounds around the 25. Good job by the defense of Neosho to string it out. Maybe gained 3. He's out to the 26. Plummer makes the stop for Neosho, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 3. 3rd and 3 is more manageable for this Tiger team than some of the situations they found themselves in last week. There goes in motion. He lead blocks for McCracken, who's got a hole. Bounces around the outside, almost broke it. He was tripped up around the ankle by Cayman Roan, and that's who made the stop, but it's a 1st down for McCracken.
And this might be a night where we see a little bit more run plays outside of the tackles. As we talked about, Neosho's D-line and O-line is one of the largest lines outside of Nixa that the Republic team will go against. They have a couple of D-line and O-linemen that are just over 300 pounds.
And a little counter coming back this direction. Not much running room for Trayton Gray on his first carry. And Roan makes the stop again, his 2nd tackle. Remember the live stats we have up on RepublicTigerSports.com. Go to the RepublicTigerSports.com website and hit the live link in the menu up at the top of the page, and you'll see live stats updated as Tim Barnes enters them. It's like getting inside the mind of statistician Tim Barnes.
That's scary.
On 2nd down, Pelfrey takes it forward. Picked up about 6 out to the 43. So 3rd down and 4. Overstreet and Hull check in. Pelfrey checks out. I didn't see who else came out of there. Under 10 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Everybody in tight except for Overstreet. And they fake the handoff. McCracken keeps it, bounces, and I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. He's right at the line, but I think maybe a foot or so to go. Now, didn't get a very good spot, so more like a yard. And short of midfield, but I think close enough that we're probably going to get a timeout after some motion, and then they're going to go for it. They're bringing in Aiden Schaefer and Gray. Villasica checks out. So Schaefer comes in. That gives him the big presence on the left side of the line over here. They did not call timeout. They got the 1st down easily. And more. Hull still on his feet. He will not go down all the way down to the 40-yard line of Neosho. Isaiah Hull was a beast on that one.
A great run by Isaiah Hull, and the fact that it kind of looked like there was a few Neosho defenders that just thought he was going to go down and kind of gave up.
Tackle made by number 14, Chase Divitt. 1st down, TIG.
Inside handoff again. And Hull picks up about 4. Republic just methodically moving the ball.
Gabriel Dusty, number 52, making the tackle. Gain of 4 on 1st down, 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Wildcat 36-yard line.
And with this Republic offense, not too many times is there a negative play. Seems like they're always getting the positive yardage.
Tigers averaging 5.6 yards per carry, which if you were on the live stats page, you already know that. And McCracken fakes the handoff. He's got Gimlin in front of him, and he takes it around the corner down inside the 30 for another 1st down. And Gimlin out front led the way, and the ball marked out at the 26-yard line. And off to Hull, huge hole He just went right up the gut and picked up about 6, maybe just 5 on first down.
21-yard line, pick up a 5, second down and 5.
Ball marked on the 21.
And this is the routine that we normally see here. Is Republic always seems to be like around 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4.
Govan is wide over here on the near side, and it's a keeper for McCracken. He cut it inside and was tackled around the ankle. Tackle made by Mason Spiva. Brought him down, but he still picked up 4, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 as the Tigers move into the red zone for the first time.
Ball at the Neosho 17-yard line, 3rd down and 1 for Republic, first down.
And a Pelfrey who dives forward inside the 15, down to about the 12.
Matthew Pelfrey on the carry.
This is the most Republic drive we've seen in a few weeks.
Yeah, and most of this is set up by great push by the offensive line. They're just shoving the interior D lineman of Neosho back in the linebackers. And linebackers are supposed to be the guys that are making the most of the tackles kind of roaming free, and they can't do that when they've got linemen shoved in their face.
13th play of the drive, McCracken can't quite get away, and he's spun around and thrown backwards. Got to the line of scrimmage before being stopped. And that's the first time the Tigers have not gained any yards on first down. They've put themselves ahead of the chains, as Ryan Cornelson would put it, most of this drive, but now find themselves in a little tougher position here. They can get down at the 2-yard line and pick up a first down without scoring here. Well, it is quiet considering how many people are here. Not a lot of noise. And Hull takes it. Pushes the pile forward. Picked up about 5. And he is strong. He is able to move a few kids around with him. Call it more like a gain of 4. Well, Tim, what would you call that?
I called it a 4.
All right.
Well, King Canera made it official.
Yeah, there you go. McCracken right side, and he's hit but falls forward. He's going to be a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1 coming up for Republic. They have already used more than half the first quarter on this opening drive, and I would say we're probably going to get I would be surprised if we don't get a timeout here. Watch for Claire to go in motion. No, it was Villasika who went in motion. They didn't draw him off, and a timeout called by Republic. With 4:39 left to go in the first quarter, opening drive has taken 7.5 minutes already, and they're not in yet. Hopefully they will be soon, but we'll take a break and see how it goes after this timeout on Republic Tigers Sports. Republic is more than a market, it's home. And for 20 years, Tricia Phelps has built her career helping neighbors find theirs. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Tricia brings the experience of a builder, the insight of an investor, and the heart of a community member. Everyone deserves a dream home. Let the Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty help you find yours. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. All right, welcome back. 4th and 1. Everybody in tight. Ken Knierim's calling it 4th and 2. Maybe it is 4th and 2. McCracken goes to his right. He stumbled and fell, and I think he's short. He fell down as he was making his cut, and I think they're not going to give it to him. He's going to go over and hand the ball to the official. Uh-oh, and I think he's going to get a flag. Yep. He kind of tossed the ball at the official, let's just say informally. And that's going to be a penalty. So, 4:35 left, and I think Neosho is going to have the ball here. Yeah, I think they're going to mark it about a yard short. And Republic fails to convert on 4th and 1, so Neosho is going to have the ball inside the 5-yard line. Well, no, they're not going to have it inside the 5-yard line because they're going to get marked out. And now instead of being in a hole, Tigers will be starting defensively on around the 17-yard line. So that's a painful penalty. They'd have had a chance to really back them up and put them under pressure. Changes the feel of this one. And the quarterback, Blaine Patterson, number 11.
This will be the formation that Neosho will be in quite a bit throughout the game.
They hand it off and nowhere to go for Keyshawn Roan. Roan loses one, and the Tigers into the backfield to make the stop. Good penetration by the defense, and it was Ethan Montiel, number 22, who got in there and made the tackle on that one. 2nd down and 11. Again, they give it to Roan, and he got through the line and picked up a little yardage there.
There's a flag. I think it's gonna be a holding, so I think this is gonna march back.
Yep. Kieran Govan made the tackle on Keyshawn Roan. Keyshawn is K-E-I-S-E-A-N. So Sean, like S-E-A-N, Sean. And K-E-I before that, Keyshawn. Keyshawn Roan picked up good yardage, but as Rich said, it goes backwards. And now it's 2nd down and about, 3-8. Ball on the 9. They got to get to the 28, so 19. They're going to throw it, and they do send it deep, and it is over the head of the receiver, intended for Lincoln Howard. Coverage by Alex Johnson, and that's 3rd down and 19.
Alex Johnson did a great job out there. His coach has talked about on the defense. It is man coverage. Most of the time the defense is man coverage. You tell your guy just to stay in the hip pocket. You run wherever the receiver goes, and you don't give him any separation, and Alex did a great job of keeping with the receiver.
3rd and 19, 3 down linemen. Let's see if they bring a linebacker or a defensive back on a blitz. The linemen are really split out wide. And around the corner, there comes Hart, and he was hit first. There's Norman to finally get the tackle. And all the way back at the 5-yard line, the defense does its job on the sack.
Did a great job bringing pressure, knowing full well that Neosho was going to have to pass the ball. And this would be a great place to bring a lot of pressure here. Make that punter get out of their comfort zone there, maybe mess up there in the end zone.
Well, it took a while to get that punt off, but they weren't coming after it. Big kick, and it's dropped and then landed on by Jackson Taylor. Jackson's having a little trouble early hanging on to the ball, but he managed to corral it. And with 2:57 left, the Tigers will start over again. And we talked earlier about wearing down the defense. And if you can do this all night, 15-yard drives, 15-play drives, and then 3 and outs, you're going to have the defense for Neosho out there for a long time. And as we said earlier, a lot of them play both ways anyway. McCracken got to the outside. Good job, though, by the defense of Neosho. Both Lincoln Howard and Cayman Roan were there. Gain of about 6, though, for McCracken into Neosho territory. Second and 4. Over street wide to the right side. Villasiki in there in the slot. And they hand it off to Claire, and he is hit as he came through. It was Everson Tomlinson, the big all-state wrestler lineman, who got through there and brought him down.
We have a flag after the play.
Way in the back. The flag is way downfield. And Neosho is marching that direction. And did anybody see what that signal was? I was
face mask.
Okay. So he just did not.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
So it was downfield that they face masked somebody, I guess, away from the ball?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Moves the ball down to the Neosho 32-yard line. First down, TIG.
Nearing the 2-minute mark in the first quarter, the Tigers have had the ball for almost the entire game. And McCracken bumped from behind and kind of scooched through, and then he's twirled forward inside the 20 down to the 15. So the Tigers already back in the red zone.
Great push by the offensive line, and Preston again showing why he is one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the state of Missouri. He just keeps turning his feet, doesn't give up.
Great push by the offensive line, and a great push from behind by one of the other backs back there who gave him a little shove as he came up to the line. .144 left in the first quarter, and Isaiah Hull threw a big hole in the middle. Left side of the center, Luna. That's running behind Verstrate. And this is why I never say it. Behind Verstrate and Ferguson, Avian Ferguson on that side. 2nd and 3. And again on that left side, there goes Hull into the end zone for a touchdown. And Republic breaks on top with 1:05 left to go in the first quarter. That run by Isaiah Hull makes it 6-0.
Isaiah had a huge running lane there. Great job by the left side of the O-line. And Isaiah Hall is just so difficult to take down. You've got some Neosho defenders that are learning that the hard way here earlier in the game. They're trying to tackle him up top, and they've got Isaiah listed at even 200 pounds. And when you've got a 200-pound running back, with almost a full head of steam running at you, that's going to be pretty difficult if you try to go up and try to tackle him by the shoulders.
Elijah Purion to kick the extra point. He boots it over the head of the band and into the ether beyond. And it's 7-0 Tigers with 1:05 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back to see how the defense responds after this timeout on Republic Tigers.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
Welcome back. Tigers will kick it off, leading now 7-0. Republic has already gained 115 yards total and run 21 plays to 3 for Neosho. And that one goes into the end zone, and Neosho will start on the 20-yard line. So 21 plays to 3 here in the early going for Republic.
Yeah, the Republic defense, they haven't even broken a sweat.
And now the Neosho offense is out there, and they had very little success on their first possession. And they have scored on everybody. Now, they did not play Nixa from the COC East. You don't play everybody in the other division, and this was their year to miss Nixa. And there's Hart, who got him from behind. Hart came in and slowed down and then brought down the quarterback, Blaine Patterson. A whistle blew, and I'm not sure what that was.
Caleb Norman, number 32, number 34, Grayson Hart team up to make the tackle.
Gain of maybe 2 yards. Second down and 8. Getting into that backfield and disrupting this offense is going to be key tonight. And again, not much room to run. They gave it to Keyshawn Roan, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Neosho really isn't that fancy. They're going to be in the shotgun or they're going to be in the pistol formation. They'll have a one-back set. They'll have several receivers out there, but run the ball inside.
And the snap goes over the head of the quarterback. Now he's got to get rid of it, and he takes off up the sideline, and he is hit and dropped short of the first down marker. I think it was Montiel who was waiting over there for him to come up and finally move him out of bounds. Boy, he made something out of that, and I thought he was going to get the first down.
Neosho's going for it.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I can't believe they'd go for it here. Now there's a flag. Maybe they were not set. Well, they didn't snap, so it doesn't matter if they were set. I don't know what the flag is. Sideline warning? I don't know. That's against Neosho. If they were going to go for it, I bet they don't now. False start. They got down there and then we're still moving around. So that's what the flag came in for. 16 seconds left in the quarter.
Yep, there we go. That flag right there changed the whole playbook right there. It looked like Neosho, they were hurrying up, trying to get maybe Republic's defense caught off guard a little bit by just how quickly they're going to get up there.
Yeah, I think the flag did them a favor because I don't think that was going to go very well if they had gone for it. They were too disorganized. Punt is away. Taylor's back there. He catches it. Backpedaling at the 35, goes to the 40. Bounces off a man and is brought down around the 42-yard line. Jackson Taylor with the return. He'll pop back up. 2 seconds left in the quarter, and the Tigers will run one play now. And then we'll stop and switch sides minimally. We're already almost at midfield.
8 yards of the return. Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
I want them to run it to exactly the 50 and then kneel down. And then just switch sides and say, we don't need a timeout. It's going to keep going. Alternatively, they could score a touchdown on this. That would be my first option, I guess. And there's McCracken, and he's into the open. I don't think it's a touchdown, but it is a big gain for Preston McCracken into Neosho territory, down at about the 40-yard line. That's not a very good spot. I thought he was at about the 39. But they're going to mark him at the 40. And that is the end of the first quarter. It's 7-0 Republic. Tigers have been in control early. Let's see how it goes in the second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
Welcome back. Rich, you pointed out the ball's exactly where it was before because they went to the other 40 and then switched sides. Ready to go here in the second quarter. Tigers up 7-0. And it is 1st and 10 in Neosho territory. Ball on the far hash mark now. They give it to Pelfrey, who lands on top of the pile, then lunges ahead for another yard. And that's a gain of about 3. Matthew Pelfrey.
Bringing in Schaefer, tight end. Bringing in an extra blocker, taking a receiver out, bringing a tight end in.
And a big gain by Claire, and that looked horrible when he got hit. It was head-to-head just because he was falling, but it looks like everybody's okay. Time for another fast fact. Preston McCracken coming into the game, needed only 111 yards to reach the 1,000-yard rushing mark for the season. And that would be the second consecutive season that he's reached the 1,000-yard mark.
8 of 5 on the previous play, 3rd down and 1.
Pelfrey has the first down inside the 30 down to about the 26. That Fast Fact, as always, brought to you by Rapid Ship Republic. When Republic champs want to ship it fast, they ship it fast with Rapid Ship. Under 11 to go.
Brody Crane, number 13, number 40, Colby McGee. And Emerson Tomlinson making the tackle.
Tomlinson made the stop for Neosho. And that time a big push. It was Tomlinson who got in there and got Pelfrey. As Pelfrey got to the line of scrimmage on first down, it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Back to McCracken's rushing yards. We were discussing, and I have asked a few people, last person to rush for 1,000 yards twice in a row. I would have thought it would be Journey Jones. He had 1,800 yards as a senior, but went back and looked at my game stories, and I've got him at just under 1,000 as a junior. There goes McCracken. Oh, he cut it back through a hole, and now he's off to the races into the end zone. What a great run. Recognition of the opening by Preston McCracken.
And how many times have we seen that throughout the season where Preston sees some blocks in an opening and he cuts it back? He has such great downfield vision of kind of seeing things developing in front of him and takes advantage of it.
That makes it 13-0 Republic. You know, one thing that's not going to happen today is the Tigers are not going to let up when they get a lead after blowing a 21-0 lead at Carthage. They're going to keep the pedal to the metal tonight. Elijah Peary kicks it through the uprights. And with 9:53 left to go in the second quarter, that makes it 14-0. And that's 106 rushing yards for Preston McCracken. So he's 5 short of the 111 he needs to get to 1,000 for this season. We're going to keep it right here. Mentioned Journey Jones. My game articles are not official. And I didn't have the official stats today, but I had him at 987. He got hurt in the middle of one game and only rushed for a few yards there. Then he missed another game, and they only played 10 that year when he was a junior. So he was just short of 1,000 that year, and then had the big year as a senior. And before that, I don't know. It might have been Blake Kramer back in the 1980s. And if anybody out there is watching and would know somebody who had a couple of 1,000-yard rushing seasons, I'd love to know about it. You can email me about it and let me know, or leave a comment somewhere on the Facebook page. Kick goes out of the end zone. And Neosho will have it on the 20-yard line, and that offense may not have done much in terms of moving the ball, but they are well rested.
Going back to that drive there to start the second quarter, there was talked about how Coach loves spreading the ball amongst different ball carriers. That first quarter, you had a heavy dose of Isaiah Hall, and then that drive there to the second quarter, Matthew Pelfrey carried the ball quite a bit.
And this defense for Republic is so good. Not that they won't give up some yards, but not that time. Govan was there as the quarterback Patterson tried to bounce off the pile, and by the time he spun around, KG was there to meet him.
You definitely see the difference in offensive lines tonight. Republic's offensive line is doing a great job getting a push. Neosho's O-line is having a lot of difficulty.
That time, good gain by Roan as he took it off the right side of the line, but the defense there to close it down. Whitworth makes the tackle, number 44. And it's 3rd down and 1 after a 6-yard gain. Neosho's still looking for its first down. And nope, they're not going to get it because Cooper White was in there and somebody else is on the bottom of the pile and gets up. Oh, no, that is Cooper White. Cooper White was back there to make the stop. A tackle for a loss. Whitworth might have been the other one who was in there, who I never did see. And Whitworth got into the backfield, and it's going to be 4th and 3. They are showing that they're going to go for it. I, again, don't really think they are. I think they're going to try and draw them off. Little shifting around here, pre-snap, and now they're going to drop back and kick it. And they do. It's off the side of a foot, and everybody's got to get out of the way so it doesn't hit them. It's not a very good kick. It takes a Neosho roll right up the sideline, and they got a couple of extra yards. Down to the 42, but Republic will have good field position as they take over for this drive.
And that is the reason why you have a designated punter. That was definitely a quarterback trying to punt, and you could tell that that is not something that he does on a regular basis. That just went off the side of his foot and was a duck. And the only thing going for him was that it rolled forward.
So that defense for Neosho has been out there most of the night. And they're out there again. And they're continuing to make occasional pushes on the against the offensive line of Republic. Pickup of 1 on that one.
Ball is lined up just right down where we're at here, and it looked like the guy who ended up making the tackle for Neosho, the defensive end, he was lined up offsides. I was expecting a flag to come out, but
Jackson
obviously
Ertl.
nothing happened.
Jackson Ertl over here on the near side. McCracken's going to keep it. He got around that first line. Fakes inside, goes outside, stumbles ahead, and there's a penalty at the 45-yard line. I don't know what that was. Was it I didn't see a face mask. It was something that came in at the end. They're going to call it a
holding or blocking the back.
Block in the back. And the guy fell down, and the official just saw the guy fall down. There wasn't really much contact there, but they're going to call it a block in the back unless this conversation changes the official's mind. But, yeah, if he saw the replay, I think he'd see that there wasn't really a lot of contact there. And they pick it up and wave it off. So after a conversation, now they're going to have to go explain to the Neosho sideline. Well, I guess not. Somebody's over there explaining to the Neosho sideline why that flag was picked up.
That puts McCracken over 1,000 for the year.
So congratulations to Preston McCracken, over 1,000 yards here in Week 8. Fakes the handoff, play action, goes deep, and he throws it to Govan, who goes up and catches it, and he brought it down and walked into the end zone. What a throw, what a catch, what a team, McCracken to Govan.
And we all know that Govan plays basketball, and that was just an athlete going up, just like trying to beat out a rebound. You got two guys going up trying to out-jump each other, and Govan does a great job. He fought harder to go up and get that ball, and to the victors goes the spoils there when you've got someone who just out-jumps another player.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. He had a step and then had to come back and was just able to out-leap the defender and make the catch and then not be tackled. And with 7:22 left to go in the third, that is quite a play. It's 21-0 Tigers. What a start. Well, they were up 21-0 last week, and you know what happens, so you better stick around. And if you're the Tigers, you better keep the momentum and keep the intensity. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tigers Sports. Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit VisionHealthEyeCenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. All right, welcome back. 21-0 Republic. We've been here before last week, so know how important it is to keep going at it. Tigers nearly had 4 touchdowns in the first half against Carthage last week. Perry boots it into the end zone. And with 7:22 left, in the first half. It is 21-0. Looking at the live stats, Republic 232 yards to 13 for Neosho. Republic has run 30 plays. Neosho has run 9. Wow. And they pass it, and it's incomplete, not even close to Mason Spiva. Now they've put so much pressure on Patterson that he's just trying to get rid of it as soon as he can.
Yeah, this new Neosho offense for a team that's putting up over 500 yards a game doesn't look like that.
No, Republic's defense isn't letting them look like that. And it's Caleb Norman, one hit. I mean, we've seen so many seasons. We've sat up here and watched missed tackle after missed tackle. And these Tigers miss tackle sometimes, but, man, there are so many times when that first hit is the guy that brings down the ball carrier with this defense.
It's 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. Again, Neosho averaging 500 yards a game on offense. Patterson under pressure. Norman gives chase, and out of bounds goes Patterson. Rather than meet the wrath of Caleb Norman, he decides the sideline is more welcoming, and that's going to be 4th down and long for Neosho.
This time, Neosho isn't even going to think about it. The punt team's already out there, ready to go. They saw that their quarterback can't really punt that well, so let's get a guy who can actually punt the ball.
Well, it's 4th and 4. There's nobody back there to punt. Here comes the punter. It's Cayman Roan who's back to punt. They could theoretically still try to get the offside, but Republic's really got no reason to jump up 21-0, and that's not much better. It bounces around the 50 and then straight up in the air, takes another Neosho bounce down to about the 43. That's almost what happened last time. And Neosho, Republic will take over on the 43-yard line. Wow. Neosho's 5-2, and Republic has not allowed a first down with 6:33 left to go in the second quarter.
This is, to me, reminiscent of last year when there was a lot of hype of Neosho being a really good team, and Republic went down there and just thumped them.
And it's Hull running behind that talented offensive line, pushes his way out, picked up about 5. And leading the way on that play was number 61, Blake Luna, the center, who was out front. Winkler makes the stop for Neosho. And Trayton Gray got loose and took it ahead near the first down marker. He was tackled right around the line of scrimmage, slipped out of that one, and then kept fighting his way forward. He's maybe a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Great effort by the run. Also, a difference there in the two teams is you were talking about how well the Republic defense tackles. Neosho, not so much. They've allowed a lot of missed tackles or a Republic running back to just kind of slide out of their grip.
And Claire with a big run inside the 40 down to about the 39. Owen Claire, his biggest run of the night.
To the 39-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. First down, TIG.
When you've got a team that's just running it down your throat there, like Republic is to this Neosho defense, that is so demoralizing when you literally are trying to call different stunts and positions on the defense and nothing's working. You've got an offense that's just literally, whatever play that Coach Cornelson's calling, it's working. They're getting positive yardage and they're just churning down the field, and it is so lopsided on the plays, number of plays and the yardage.
Now Cayman Roan, number 9, one of their best defensive backs, had to check out for, I don't know if it was an equipment reason or what. Official blew his whistle, but keep that in mind. They're down one of their better defensive backs on this play. And they are really stacking the box. Play action might happen. Nope. Instead, it's a keeper for McCracken. Got to the outside and is pulled down inside the 20 or right around the 20. Another first down, and the Tigers re-enter the red zone.
I'll be honest, I don't think it really matters if number 9 is in or not. I think the Republic offense is going to just keep moving the ball down the field once again inside the red zone.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would see that and dial up a play action and try and send Govan or somebody downfield, but didn't bother. McCracken kept it. He's going to run the little counter to Villasica, who stays on his feet and stumbles inside the 10. Pretty sure he was down when the ball came out. He fell on the turf. Yeah,
they're pointing to the ground.
So Villasica was stumbling forward, fell on the ball, and it popped out, and it's a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
For all of our middle school teams to go to
4:13 left to go in the half. Republic trying to make it 28-0. Neosho's thinking, why couldn't you have beaten Carthage? Maybe had a little letdown. And Hull takes it inside the 5 down to the 4. But Neosho is basically bearing the brunt of the frustration from the end of last week. And Republic is really putting it to him right now. And I would suspect, Rich, you've been in a lot of locker rooms at halftime for those talks, but I would suspect the talk of this week will be what happened last week after halftime when Carthage came out and changed the tone. There goes Hull into the end zone. Another touchdown for Republic. 3:25 left in the second quarter, and it is 27-0.
Yeah, when you've got a big lead that you let happen there in the third quarter, especially a Carthage drive right after halftime, that's got to be on everybody's mind. So that's going to be something to where everybody understands the situation and, don't repeat the past and just keep moving forward and keep that foot on the gas pedal.
Elijah Peary's kick is up and good, and it is 28-0. Republic on top. We'll take a break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murney Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Welcome back. 28-0 Tigers. Neosho's got to play Carthage next week. So it doesn't get easier for them. Although it can't get much harder than it is right now for them. 28-0 Republic. And we say it all the time, Republic gets better every week. That doesn't just mean that Republic's better than they were in week 1. Republic's better than they were 2 weeks ago against Webb City. And it happens every week almost. And they're better than they were last week against Carthage. And you stack those weeks on top of each other, and then you get to week 11 and 12, and that's where we've seen it really pay off for the Tigers. And Patterson keeps it. Somebody's helmet flew off. It was Mason Whitworth. Gets his moment in the spotlight with his face visible, but has to come off the field.
What I don't get here for Neosho is they're essentially calling like the same 3 plays. You think you would try something different. Obviously, the 3 plays that they're calling aren't working. So try something else.
Yep, and they give it again, and again the defense is there. Govan is there to stop him from going forward, and it was Grayson Hart who got to the running back first. That was Keyshawn Rowe.
All they're doing is just either a power or some type of zone read.
3rd and 4 and a timeout, I think.
Yes, Republic.
Republic calls timeout on 3rd and 4. Neosho still looking for its first down of the night. We'll take a break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sport. Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. All right, welcome back. By the way, there's still time to go to the live page on Republic Tiger Sports and vote for who you think will be in the lead when we do our halftime score-picking game coming up. I know the town has been abuzz. And there's a missed tackle. We talk about no missed tackles. And there's the first down of the night on the completion to Mason Spiva.
Yeah, it took with 2:39 left in the first half for Neosho to finally get their first down.
Yeah. Oh, and it was Norman who got back there, and he pushed Roan into the quarterback, Patterson. Patterson bounced off that. He was almost tackled by his own man, and he ended up picking up good yardage, about 7.
Well, it's getting to the point where you kind of know almost the play that Neosho is going to call.
And now
I don't think everybody was set for Neosho when the ball was snapped.
And they're trying to move in a hurry. 2:03 left in the second quarter. And the flag is thrown, and it's going to go against Neosho. So instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Wildcats.
Throw it, it's intercepted.
All right.
It's intercepted by Ethan Montiel. He threw that right into a group of 3 Republic defenders, and Montiel pulled it down.
Yeah, when you're a quarterback, you cannot make that your main target there, your receiver that's literally triple covered.
Yeah, I mean, if Montiel hadn't caught it, there were 2 other guys waiting to catch it instead, and they were both Tigers. So Republic, with 1:49 left, has a chance to add to the lead, already up 28-0. And I would guess they're not going to just be willing to sit on this. I think they're going to do their best to make it 35. McCracken's going to keep it. He gets around one man. Stiff arms another, spins off a tackle, and then he's hit by 2 defenders.
It's going to be for naught. I think there's a flag thrown. Yep, holding Republic.
And Preston's going to go back and say, guys, I got clobbered for that. Didn't even count. You got hit hard by 2 guys.
Yeah, but how tough Preston is he took a pretty good hit there, but he just popped right back up like it was nothing and jogs back and gets his huddle formed, and let's get the next play called and let's do the same thing.
So it's 1st and 20. And the ball back in Republic territory, at least for now. Lawhon and Govan are both wide on the right side, and they are going to play action it to one of them. Well, McCracken is under pressure, gets away, and he's going to run it ahead, and he's still on his feet all the way down to the 44. So he's not back to the original line of scrimmage, but he gained about 7. He went backwards about 15, and then he went forward about 22.
when you go back and look at that, you're going to see Jen Villasica wide open in the middle of the field. I mean, like literally waving his hand. There's no one near him. But Preston was being chased, and he couldn't get it. But, oh, man, Jen is just literally waving his hand, begging for the ball to be thrown.
2nd and 13. They're going to roll and throw, and it is caught by Lawhon up the sideline. Stumbles, got away from one tackler, takes it down to the 25, out of bounds. 40 seconds left, and Republic is on the move again. Ball's marked at the 26 is where they're going to say he went out of bounds. 1st and 10 with 40 seconds left. Lawhon and Govan come back in. Well, Ryan Cornelson has talked all along about wanting to get Gavin Lawhon involved in the offense in space, and he did that time. They've got 3 wide receivers on the right side. Wow, you don't see this very often from the Tigers. And McCracken's going to roll that way, and it is complete to Lawhon, who is tackled inside the 20, down to the 18. Tigers back in the red zone again. That's a 1st down. And they're going to get up to the line real quick and spike it. They saw what Carthage did last week, and they said, we could do that. So on 1st and 10, they spiked the ball to stop the clock. 29 seconds left. And they're going to stay out there.
Yeah, I think pass play was called there probably because the few plays before that, just seeing a couple of our receivers wide open.
Yeah.
Preston was just being chased. He had too much pressure, couldn't get it to him.
3 wide receivers again. And McCracken's going to throw it. It is complete to Overstreet. A flag comes in. Oh, no, it's incomplete. But a flag comes in toward the end of the play in the middle of the field.
Penalty flag at the 10-yard line.
And it's a face mask against Neosho. So
7-yard line, 1st down.
That will be half the distance to the goal. And that's the personal foul variety. So the ball on the 7. And they've still got 2nd down on the sticks and on the scoreboard, but should be a 1st down. Kraken's going to roll and throw and reaching for the end zone and in. It's a touchdown for Jen Villasica. McCracken just rolled the same direction as Villasica, and Villasica reaches across the goal line for the touchdown, and it is 34-0.
What a great effort by Villasica there. He was so determined to stretch out and get that touchdown, especially with the hardly any time there. He knows the situation. Great job by Jen.
And Elijah Peary will try to tack on another extra point. And he does, and it's 35-0 with 16 seconds left in the first half. This has been quite a display by the Republic Tigers. Both these teams with identical 5-2 records. Well, no, I'll take that back. They both had 5-2 records. They weren't identical 5-2 records, and the Tigers have shown that here in the first half.
Yeah, very similar, I think, to last year as well. You had 2 teams that had good records, and it was kind of hyped up that it was going to be a great game between Republic and Neosho. And you and I remember driving down there talking about how, not identical schedules, so it's kind of difficult to say if the 2 teams are even, and same thing this year. And obviously here in this first half, we see the difference between 5-2 and 5-2.
Yeah. I mean, Republic's losses are to Nixa and Carthage, and Neosho's losses are to Joplin and Webb City. Webb City,
Ball will come out to the 20 on the kickoff by Elijah Peary.
that's a good loss. That's a quality loss. Joplin is a good team, but not a Carthage or a Nixa. Ball goes out the end zone, and Carthage will see what they can come up with here with 16 seconds left. Neosho. I started calling him Carthage now. Say Carthage one time, it's going to be Carthage the rest of the night. Let's see what the Wildcats come up with here. Throw a little screen, and there's Montiel. Nowhere to go for Haven Plummer.
You know things are going bad whenever you have a completion for negative yards.
Yeah, I mean, that was just an utterly dominant first half by Republic. 35-0 as we head to halftime. We'll take a break and be back with the Retmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. coming up after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Are you in search of a fair, reliable plumber that you can count on 24/7? Call Far Better Plumbing. Local, transparent, and reliable. No hidden fees, billed hourly on site. Far Better Plumbing is your plumbing connection for all residential, commercial, and excavation work. Far Better wants to be your plumber for life. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Eris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at erispizza417.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60.
At First Christian Church of Republic, we believe in doing good unto others because life isn't just about touchdowns, it's about how we treat our teammates. Around here, it's about love, grace, and open doors for everyone. First Christian Church of Republic, loving God, loving people, doing life together. republicchristian.org.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first.
Next, we have our 7th and 8th grade Republic Middle School football Tigers, led by 7th grade coaches Bo Davis, Josh Reed, Trey Allen, and Brian Johnson. And 8th grade coaches Blaine Cullen, Levon Allman, Bobby Hurd, and Jason Lozano. Both teams have improved throughout the year.
Welcome back. We're just going to let you watch for a while to the Tigers in training. We've heard about the success of the cross-country and volleyball teams already, and now the middle school football teams get their time in the spotlight here.
future, demonstrating a tremendous work ethic and an enthusiasm for the game that is infectious. We're proud of the grit and resilience they've shown, and we know these qualities will serve them well far beyond the field. Your 7th and 8th grade Republic Middle School football Tigers. Next, we have our Republic Youth Cheerleader Program. Repmo Youth Cheer is a youth cheer program for the Republic area, youth ages 3 through 14. This year is our 4th consecutive season. Our program follows YCADA guidelines. We proudly cheer for the Republic Youth Football League. Our goal is to raise cheerleaders from a young age to learn and love what cheerleading is all about, as well as provide them with the tools to become successful middle school and high school cheerleaders within the Republic School District. The director is Ronte Luttrell, co-director Cassie Cameron, assistant coaches Erica Lisenby, Leah Lagares, Haley Davidson, and Crystal Bradford. Nice round of
While they
applause for our
introduce
Republic Youth Cheerleader program.
the Republic Youth Cheerleader, now we'll have the Republic Youth football players. It'll get a shout out from Ken Knierim, the voice of the Tigers over there.
The Republic Youth Football program is a USA Football heads-up certified.
And that's been a very successful program with all the work that's put in.
Grades 3 through 6. The program is going on its 27th year of existence.
And while Ken
Since being started
talks
in the
about
fall
that,
of
I'll give you a scoring recap.
program competes in the Show Me South Youth
Tigers
Football League,
got the ball first and actually put together a kind of a patented sort of drive with one exception. They didn't score. They were stopped down inside the 5-yard line, and it was a 16-play drive. It went 78 yards, but they were stopped and turned it over on downs. They immediately forced Neosho to punt, and then got the ball back and punched it in the end zone that time. 6 plays, 52 yards. They scored on a 7-yard run by Isaiah Hull, and that made it 7-0 with the extra point. Another 3 and out by Neosho. They gained only 4 yards, and the Tigers got it back. That time they went 59 yards. The drive started on a 19-yard run by McCracken. It ended on a 27-yard run by McCracken. He scored a touchdown with 9:53 left to go in the second quarter, and that made it 14-0. Another 3 and out for Neosho, followed up by another successful drive for Republic. 3 plays, 58 yards. It was a 45-yard touchdown pass from McCracken to Kieran Govan. A pretty catch by Govan, who jumped up over the defender and brought it down and then got into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was the 3rd touchdown of the night for the Tigers. That made it 21-0. Tigers again forced a punt by Neosho, and it was another successful drive by the Tigers. It was number 15, Isaiah Hull, with a 4-yard run to get the touchdown with 3:25 left to go in the half. That made it 28-0. An interception by Ethan Montiel set up the final drive of the half for the Tigers. They went 9 plays, 41 yards, and with 16 seconds left, it was another touchdown pass by Preston McCracken. This one to Jin Villasica from 7 yards out. That made it 35-0, and that's where we stand at halftime. Tigers in control. We're going to take another break and be back with more on the Repmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Are you looking for a place where love leads the way? At First Christian Church, we're about 2 things, loving God and loving others. No perfect people here, just a community of real folks walking through life together with grace, faith, and hope. Whether you're new to church or need a fresh start, you'll find a place to belong at First Christian Church of Republic, republicchristian.org.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at pinnakerchevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit. And we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family. Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Feeling rough, we've got the stuff. Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Hines Street.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Welcome back to the Retmo Halftime Report, presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. Tigers on top 35-0, and just as the score is lopsided, so are the stats. And Rich Miles has some details on that.
Yeah, lopsided is an understatement there. The total yardage for Republic is 333 yards to Neosho's 39. That's pretty impressive when you've got a team who has over 300 total yards in the first half. And then... And which obviously leads to the total plays. Republic 43 to Neosho's 18 yards per play. Republic's got over 7.5 yards to Neosho's just over 2. Rushing yards, Republic has 251 yards to Neosho's 32. And then the passing yards, a lot of that was there by that great throw from Preston to Govan for that touchdown. 82 yards passing for Republic, only 7 for Neosho, and one, awesome thing, too, is Republic doesn't have any turnovers. Neosho has one. Yeah, the defense got a interception there where the Neosho quarterback tried to throw it in there to triple coverage, and you always tell your QBs don't do that. If your receiver is double or triple covered, just either run it or pick a different receiver. But definitely lopsided in the favor, and of course with the score being 35-0, you kind of assume that the possession and yardage and everything would be in the heavy on the Republic side versus Neosho.
Tim, you've got some individual numbers?
Yes, in his best passing game of the year, Preston McCracken, 4 out of 6 passing, 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also carried the ball 15 times for 145 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Hull, 10 carries, 55 yards and 2 touchdowns. Govan had the 1 touchdown reception for 45 yards. Lahan had 2 receptions for 30, and Villasica had the 1 catch, 7-yard catch for the touchdown. Oh, and on the not a lot to talk about on the Neosho side. Their quarterback, Blaine Patterson, 2 out of 5 passing for 7 yards, 8 carries, 21 yards rushing.
I don't know what – I'm curious what you guys would say. What are you more impressed by tonight, the offensive performance by Republic or the defensive performance by Republic?
I'm going to go defense just due to the fact that we had mentioned that Neosho was putting up over 500 yards per game, and they're not even close to that. I mean, they don't even have, I think, 10% of that going into the halftime there. So we've seen this Republic offense put up, 21, 28, 35 points going into halftime before. So that is impressive, but I'm going to have to say this is definitely the defense that gets the gold star here for the first half.
All right, well, what everybody's been waiting for all night long. It's going to be coming up. It's the high court of halftime predictions, as I will take the MC duties, and Rich and Tim will square off. Tim looking for his first win all season as we check in on scores around the COC. And we'll do that, including your fan predictions for the first time ever, coming up after this on the Retmo Halftime Report from Republic Tiger Sports.
Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Hines Street.
Welcome back to the Retmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. And it's time for everybody's favorite game, the High Court of Halftime Predictions. I gave it a name today. This is where your resident football experts, Tim Barnes and Rich Miles, predict or try to guess what the current score is at scores around the area.
Rich is undefeated.
Yes.
I am defeated. But we did learn this week that Rich has been using AI to help with his halftime score predictions.
That's true.
Which I was a little shocked.
Wait a second now.
I was a little disappointed that I didn't think of it myself, but it's not against the rules, although I'm sure Rich does not let his students use AI in the classroom, but I'm still going to beat him.
All right. Well,
man, that is
bold talk.
That is bold. Man, throwing some shade.
All right. Now, first, before we start with the guessing, I'm going to tell you the results of our fan poll. I asked who would be leading in each of the COC games when we did our game. And here's what the fans said. Webb City, Carthage. The prediction was that Webb City would be in the lead at halftime. Joplin, Willard. overwhelmingly Joplin. The consensus of the fans is that Kickapoo would be leading Waynesville. Battle of 0-7 teams going on at Kickapoo tonight. This is the closest fan question. Lebanon edging out Glendale in the fan poll. And the consensus is that Nixa will be leading Ozark. Then, another question. I asked who you thought would win, keeping in mind one of us can't play because one of us is the MC. Rich and I tied, which makes sense because you've never won yet this year, Tim.
Well, I voted for Rich.
That's true. Tim did try to jinx Rich by voting for him.
Well, I wanted to get something right. So either way, I'm going to get something right tonight.
So me and Rich tied, but then the next most popular answer was the viewers. I thought that was nice. The viewers
dead last.
Yeah, even you.
I get no respect.
All right, so now it's time for the real game, what everybody's been waiting for. We're gonna go.
Rich is stretching for those who can't see.
He takes this seriously. All right. Well, there's a lot of updates. All of them. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go with.
We only have 3 minutes, David.
I know, and I can't find it. All the things I thought I was following are
all the buildup.
We might have to take a break before we go to the. No, here we go. We're gonna try it again. All right. First one is going to be Nixa Ozark. Tim, you can go first as the perpetual loser of the season.
Well, I'm going to go with Nixa, and I am going to say 28-7.
All right. Rich?
Dang. That's the score I was going to say. So I can't pick the same score, so
I don't think it's,
sure you can, but it's whoever first answers that with the same score is the winner. So
you actually could say the same score, Rich. You
okay.
could say the same score.
Okay, then I'm going to say 28-7 then.
And you're right. It's 28-7.
Okay.
Come on. I get one exactly right. And it's a tie. Okay.
All right, now we've got Kickapoo Waynesville. Kickapoo Waynesville.
You got 2 Ophir teams playing each other, and I'm going to – they're both 0-7, right?
That's right.
So I'm going to pick that.
Probably the last chance for a win.
I'm just gonna flip that around and say the score is only like 7-0, and I'm going to go Kickapoo 7, Waynesville 0.
Well, I hate doing this, but I'm going to have to pick Kickapoo, and I will go 8-0 Kickapoo.
Well, it's 24-7 Kickapoo.
Oh, wow.
So Tim wins that one.
Tim gets the W on that.
All
wow,
right.
Kickapoo scored that many points in half.
All right, next up, Carthage and Webb City.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, you go first
well,
on this one.
I'm going to try to use my jinx on Carthage. So I'm going to go Carthage, and this is like up-to-date score, right?
Yes.
Third quarter or second quarter?
Third quarter? No. Is it third quarter? Third quarter.
Yeah, well, we're almost in third quarter here, too.
I'm going to say Carthage 21, Webb City 14.
This is a clever move by Tim to say it's for jinx purposes to cover up if it's a bad guess. That way he can say, well, I was just trying to jinx Carthage.
I was trying to jinx Carthage.
I'm going to pick Carthage 14-7.
No, it's 14-14. So
Oh,
according to Tim's rules, nobody wins.
That's right.
So now, next, let's see, who else might we look up? Lebanon, Glendale.
Ooh.
I don't have a very late score on that. But Rich, you go first.
Oh, who are we picking again?
Lebanon Glendale.
Lebanon Glendale. Okay.
Oh, we've got a halftime score.
I'm going to go. I think this is going to be a relatively close game, but I think Lebanon's slightly better, so I'm going to go with my old trusty here. I'm going to go Lebanon 21, Glendale 7.
Okay. I'm going Lebanon also. I'm going to say 28-21 Lebanon.
Oh, it's 28-22 Glendale. So you both got the wrong team, and according to Tim's rules, nobody can score based on that. I feel like there might be one more game.
Well, we can call it now if you want.
No, you skipped Nixa Ozark.
Oh, we didn't do Nixa Ozark?
Oh, yeah. No, we...
Didn't we do that first?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Oh, was that the very first one?
Yeah.
Rich is just on cruise control.
Yeah, because you copied me.
Yeah.
Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Your AI.
Yes, my AI. Yeah, it's definitely helping me out.
Well, I think that...
Is that it?
Well, I think there's one more game, isn't there? Did we only do 4?
We did 4.
Joplin. Did we do the Joplin game?
Joplin. And Joplin was playing...
Willard, right?
Yes, Joplin Willard.
Well, that's me.
Right, Tim.
Do you have a score?
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, Rich, I'm not losing that. Rich can only tie me because it's
right.
We've lost 2. Well, never mind.
This is a first quarter score.
A first quarter score.
We're in the speed round. Let's go.
All right, I'm going to say 21-0. Nope. I'm going to take Rich's score. 21-7. Nope. 28-7. Joplin.
Rich.
I'm going to go 35-7 Joplin.
Well, it's 21-0. Tim's original guess, Joplin, but Tim is still closer. Therefore,
I'm off the schneid.
When the lights were brightest, lots of advertising of this halftime game.
I'm blaming the jinx that you said that you threw on me. So.
All right. Yeah, he jinxed you by voting for you in the poll.
Yeah, you got to do whatever you got to do.
And that's going to do it for the Retmo halftime report.
Good game, Rich.
Good game.
And that was so entertaining for us that we just went right up to the end. We covered normally we come back and then they add the 3 minutes to the clock. We're trying to kill time, but we really dragged it out. Good job. And the Tigers will kick it off, and that's going into the end zone. And that is out the back of the end zone, and another touchback for Elijah Peary. He had 8 touchbacks in a game earlier this year. And that would be number 6, I guess. Let's see if Neosho has had any ideas to get things going here. They have really struggled. And there's nothing there. So that started about like the last half as they gave it to Keyshawn Roan, and he was hit behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Ethan Montiel again. Man, Ethan's been all over the place tonight. I got to track him down after the game. And fake handoff and a keeper by the quarterback Blaine Patterson, and Caleb Norman made the stop. And we've got an injury back in the backfield, and that is number 2, Lincoln Howard, the wide receiver of Neosho. Well, we talked in the pregame, and my prediction or my key to the game was Tigers need to be physical and wear them down. They didn't even need to do that before they started dominating. So this could really be, they could really be worn down after a half of that. And this may be a rough half if the Tigers can keep their intensity up, which is something that did not happen last week. But Carthage, a better team than Neosho, and they made plays that got them back in the game.
Neosho will try to do the same here. They've got 3rd down and 8. Patterson will throw it over the middle, caught, and no run after the catch because Gavin Lawhon was there to bring down Mason Spiva. He's short of the 1st down marker. And it's going to be 4th and 2. And Rich, you talk about running the route to the 4th down marker, but I mean, they didn't have time to run that much. Now they'll try to draw the Tigers off. They'll go for it. And it is complete at a broken tackle, and that may be a touchdown if Govan can't catch him. Govan's got an angle, and he cuts back and then stumbles down trying to get away. Oliver Martin with the big run, and he turned Govan around, but then he lost his footing and stumbled, and Caleb Dorman came all the way back and made the stop.
Yeah, he juked himself, too. He juked Govan and himself, and everybody was out of whack, and
handoff goes to Keyshawn Roan, and he picks his way forward for about 3 yards on 1st down.
Kind of update on that Carthage Wedge City. Carthage just scored, so Carthage is now winning 21-14.
Well, that game is about as good as we expected. Tigers, in theory, are for Webb City here. And by the shirt tail, Gavin Lawhon reached up and pulled down Keyshawn Roan. And back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
For a second there, I thought he was going to get away from Lawhon, but Lawhon just kept his grip there and was able to just pull him down.
So 3rd down, Patterson to throw. He puts it into the end zone. It is dropped. Caught momentarily and then dropped on the way down. And the coverage provided by Alex Johnson, the junior defensive back.
That was a good thrown ball. It was right on the target. Just the receiver just couldn't come down with it.
Good coverage by Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Johnson did a great job. And we've talked about that, the Republic defense does a lot of man coverage. And that's difficult to do.
Yep. 4th and 8 and a timeout called by Ryan Cornelson. I don't know if you could see him run down there, and it's as fast as I've seen Coach Cornelson move up the sideline. He was trying to get down there and call the timeout before this 4th down play. And while they talk things over, we'll take a break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
All right, welcome back. 4th and 8 coming up for Neosho here. They trail 35-0. They need something good to happen. They're going to throw, and Johnson giving chase, and the ball is loose. And it doesn't matter. It's called an incomplete pass. That's the 4th down, and that's a turnover. Tigers take over on downs, and a few of Tiger defenders are over there to help up Blaine Patterson, including Kieran Govan. Govan is always the first guy to help the opponent up off the field.
And I think that was awfully close to being a fumble. I
think it was too. It didn't really matter since it was 4th down, but yeah, I agree with you. And there's a good gain on 1st down by Isaiah Hull. Well, looking back at the halftime show, we gave the Joplin Willard score as 21-0, I believe is what we said. It is 42-0 now. And for those of you who blew up Rich Miles' phone, I only had the first quarter score, and that's what we're going with. Now, Rich may go back and look at the tape and say that he's won. I don't know. But Tim is the official statistician, so he's going to have to get over that hurdle. Isaiah Hull again, and he's got a 1st down out to the 25.
Gain of 6 to the 25.
Hard sledding for Isaiah Hull, but he picked up the first down.
And again, Kalen Roan making the tackle.
Braxton Lumberg checks in. Another big young man, tight end, 6'4", 260 coming in there for some extra blocking.
And there's Villasica. And he can't quite get away. He had Chance Gimlin out in front of him. But defender got in there and got him around the ankle. Spiva got to him. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 after that loss of, or a 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1. Oh, big hole by Claire. And he picked up about 4, or 6 rather.
3rd down and 5 for a Tiger first down.
You can just look at the mannerisms of this Neosho defense. Hands on the hip, kind of walking around. This team is pretty much just kind of done for the evening. I don't know what the halftime score has been for any of the other games, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't 35-0 going into the half. So this is a little bit of a shocker for this Neosho team.
Yeah, this has been just a fantastic performance. Republic has dominated, and they call a timeout with 5:28 now left in the third quarter. They want to talk things over. That's their 2nd timeout already. Hope they don't need that 3rd one or need another one late, but leading 35-0, I guess Ryan Cornelson figures let's go ahead and burn it. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Buying or selling a home isn't just about the sign of the yard, it's about decisions, big ones. That's why the Tricia Phelps team approaches real estate like advisors, not salespeople. From fast-track financing to investment strategy, Tricia helps you make the right move with confidence. Because longevity in this business is no accident. Call Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty to learn more. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
home against the Willard Tigers.
Down to a little over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Play action. McCracken will throw it out here in the flat to Claire. And he zigzags away from a man and takes it beyond the first down marker. Another first down by the Tigers.
Passing game for Republic has definitely been pretty impressive this evening. Kind of opening things up just a little bit. Some play action. Preston's doing a great job of putting the ball exactly on his receivers. The receivers not having to really do too much, having to stretch out or run for it or change their routes.
387 total yards for the Tigers, 281 of those on the ground. And McCracken 6 of 8 passing tonight. More play action. They're opening up the playbook. They're going long, and it's overthrown, intended for Overstreet. And just about a step and a half beyond him. Otherwise, that would have been another touchdown. Second down and 10 coming up.
I think Overstreet, if he would just kept running his route, I think he kind of hesitated just a little bit, looked back, and then realized the ball was a little bit farther out than what he was anticipating.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. And Claire jumped over one man and is tackled from behind. That might have been a horse collar down at the end. He was already almost on the turf, so it didn't stand out as much because he didn't get pulled down from full height. But looked like it was very close to a horse collar. Third down and 2.
And Republic doesn't have to run a play.
Nope, was not a horse collar as I look at it on the replay. 15 seconds left, and they will let time run out. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Republic. On the 26-yard line of Neosho, they'll switch to the other end and start the fourth quarter when we come back on Republic Tiger Sports.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
My friend Lori Casagrande sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. All right, ready to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers in control, leading 35-0. Gentlemen, I think it's going to be an early night for us, barring some kind of weird fluke of nature. And they give it to Hull, who spins off of one man, picked up a yard, but didn't get to the first down marker. And it'll be fourth down. I will say this for the Neosho defense, they're not really getting pushed around here in the third quarter and fourth quarter like I thought they would be after the way it went in the first half. I thought they would be so exhausted, but gut check for them, and they have played fairly well here. And there's Pelfrey, who got the first down and more, down near the 20. Going to mark him down at the 21-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers. And you take the style of offense that Republic plays, and then the fact that Brian Cornelson just goes for it all the time on fourth down. That is a hard combination to stop. You know, it can't last forever, but you could literally give up just 2.5 yards on every play, and they would still score on you. It's crazy how that works, but
They just move the ball and then getting 4 tries instead of 3. And there's a big run and almost had a touchdown, but Pelfrey is tripped up from behind.
Again, that's another example of the different Republic ball carriers having vision downfield. He was going forward, saw an opening, cut back to his left, was able to pick up some big yardage, and we've seen that so many times when, whether it's Pelfrey or Hull or Preston McCracken, whenever they get kind of downfield and they kind of see things forming in front of them, they do such a great decision on being able to cut right or left.
Tigers back in the red zone, and first and goal here. And they give it to Claire. He's got a blocker, and he's brought down from behind at about the 2. That was number 18, Nate Winkler, the senior, who brought him down.
We wish the Republic High School Tiger Pride Marching Band the absolute best tomorrow as you travel to Warrensburg for competition.
Second and goal from the 2.
Have a safe trip. Enjoy.
Ken Knierim wishing the marching band luck as the Tiger Pride Band will go to Warrensburg for its, I believe, their last competition of the year, of the season. Goes fast, not just for football and everything else. Softball is in districts. They had a big win over Branson, and Matthew Pelfrey is into the end zone. Touchdown for Matthew Pelfrey, and that makes it 41-0 on the touchdown by Pelfrey from 2 yards out. 9:22 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, everything's kind of winding down, as you said. Soccer has just a few more games left, too, before they start their district. And, man, what a turnaround for them.
Yeah. I mean, talk about tale of 2 seasons. Started 1-10 and have gone 10-1 since then. And just thinking about it, I've been covering high school sports for about 30 years now. And I don't remember a single season turnaround like that, going from 1-10 to 10-1. And the extra point is good by former Republic soccer player Elijah Peary. Makes it 42-0. We'll take a break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murney Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. Welcome back. Elijah Peary to kick it off, and it is high and long and into the end zone. Touchback by Elijah Peary with 9:22 left, and Neosho will take over on the 20-yard line. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state.
Excellent special teams.
All right. 1st and 10 for Neosho. And the Republic defense working on a shutout, and that's incomplete. Hayden Pacheco was over there in coverage as it was intended for Mason Spiva.
Hayden Pacheco, number 1 in coverage for Republic.
And that one's, incomplete. It was almost kicked up in the air. I think Ethan Montiel got a leg on it and booted it up into the air, and I thought somebody else might be able to snatch it out of the air and intercept it.
There's a lot of stats as a defense that you're proud of, but one of those is keeping that goose egg up there on the scoreboard. So if we can keep this shutout, that is just an awesome feat for the Republic defense.
And it's too bad somebody didn't intercept that and take it to the end zone. That would be a kick 6. All right, that one is complete. Up the sideline. right into the breadbasket of Keyshawn Roan, who caught it on the run, and that's a first down for Neosho. That's the first really good-looking pass and catch by this Neosho offense all night.
Starting to, I think Republic had a call out. They were trying to switch some guys in, trying to rotate some guys in here late in the game, and Neosho was quick on the ball, so Coach had to call a timeout because we had like 12 or 13 guys out there on defense.
8 minutes left to go in the game. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. All right, welcome back. 8 minutes exactly left to go in the game, and Republic on top 42-0. It's 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line for Neosho. Blaine Patterson throws it incomplete. Intended for number 4, Oliver Martin. Coverage by Alex Johnson, the defensive back for the Tigers. 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run despite the incomplete pass because of the 42-point lead by Republic. Tigers will play on Thursday night next week. Remember, it's a Thursday night game. The official shortage, they're shifting some games to Thursdays. And this coming week, it's Republic's turn to play on Thursdays.
And it's also senior night,
Yes.
so out there and congratulate and honor all the different seniors.
And it's Willard who will be coming to town. So Republic and Willard on Thursday night. We'll bring it to you live, and that will be the final game of the regular season and the final game on YouTube all season. And there's a big run, and this could be a touchdown. And it is going to be a touchdown on the long run by Keyshawn Roan, who finally got loose and got through the defense and took it to the end zone. And there goes the shutout as the Tigers allow the points late.
Yeah, that was just a run right up the middle. Once he got past the linebacker level there wasn't anybody there on the defense that was able to stop him.
Number 65, Romario Cifuentes, is on to kick the extra point. And the kick is good. And it's 42-7. 6:56 left in the game. Back with more after this.
Your offensive line protects the quarterback, and I protect you from confusing Medicare options. I'm Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group. Open enrollment starts October 15th. Don't get sacked by the December 7th enrollment deadline. You can find me on Facebook or call 417-425-3937. Go Tigers.
Elliott Robinson & Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Are you in search of a fair, reliable plumber that you can count on 24/7? Call Far Better Plumbing. Local, transparent, and reliable. No hidden fees, billed hourly on site. Far Better Plumbing is your plumbing connection for all residential, commercial, and excavation work. Far Better wants to be your plumber for life. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
All right, welcome back. Neosho finally on the board. It's 42-7. Carthage trying to put the game away against Webb City on their senior night tonight, and they lead it by 7 and about to score again. And they're going to try an onside kick. It's a high bounding one, and nobody ever went to get it. And Neosho got it back. Well, if they can do that 6 more times, they'll be back in the game.
That's an interesting call.
I don't think Republic was expecting it. I think Republic was thinking, well, let's get out of here. I guess, if points make a difference,
you might be able to get it down so that you're not maxed out on your negative points if you did this 2 or 3 times. And they're going to put it up top, and it is incomplete. Way upfield. Caden Pacheco on the coverage, intended for Oliver Martin. Clock continues to run, down to 6:08 left. It's 2nd down and 10. Takes about 15 seconds when you throw it that far for the official to run it back and get it set again. Got to retrieve the ball. And this time they gave it to Keyshawn Roan up the middle. Defense was there to pull him down. Up off the bottom of the pile with the tackle was Jordan Todd, number 42, who made the tackle. 5.5 left. So the schedule really kind of works out in Republic's favor. There's another complete pass. Pacheco there to make the stop as his teammates come up and help him. The pass was caught by Oliver Martin, short of the first down. But you got a short week against Willard, which is a team you should be able to handle if you play well. So then you've got an extra week to prep for that first district game. And there's a fake, and the defense completely bit, and there goes Lane Patterson for the touchdown. The defense bit as hard as you can bite on that fake, and there was nobody there when Lane Patterson pulled it out of the belly of the back. So now it's 42-13. This is going to look almost respectable when it's seen in the score listings tomorrow. And Cifuentes kicks it through. That's another extra point. 4:53 left. I don't mind that Neosho's scoring, but scoring stops the clock. So that's the only thing that bothers me is, hey, let them run it as much as you want, but let's get that clock running again. 42-14, Republic is still in control here. I don't think Ryan Cornelson's very happy with the way this last couple of minutes has gone.
No, he had some very quick but very stern words for the players as they were coming off the field there. Everybody knows Coach's feelings right now.
And they've got the good hands team up there to field this onside kick. The Republic has given up. Was it Ozark that had 1 or 2 onside kicks? That game would have been a lot more lopsided. But special teams has not been especially good for Republic, at least the kickoff. They've given up 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns, I think. They've lost at least 3 onside kicks, and Neosho will try another one here. And a high bounce. Coleman gets it and drops to his knees. And Republic has it with 4:51 left, and they'll be able to run some clock now.
Coleman did a great job there. He was obviously, everybody was ready for it, anticipating it to be an onside kick, and he just watched it right into his hands. And as soon as he caught it, he understood the situation, and just go right down with it and set things up for some good field position for your offense.
Cooper Cornelson is out there at quarterback, number 2. And he hands it off to number 36, Greg Hicks, who picks up good yardage on first down, gains about 5 into Neosho territory. A little over 4.5 left. Give it to Hicks again. He's got almost first down yardage if he's not quite there. I think it might be about a foot short.
Well, the referees they give him a great spot. I think he's got the first down.
I see number 54, Bryce Hines, out there.
Ball marked at the Neosho 43, first down, TIG.
And I see number 26, Cohen Payne. Good gain there by Hicks, and he's almost got another first down there. Number 17, Tucker Ladd, who had a touchdown in the last couple of weeks. He checks out. And in comes number 3, Tristan Burks. And number 9, Cordell Riley out there as well. And Burks around the near side and runs into a wall, bounces off of it, and kept running. Burks got stood up, knocked back, and kept going. He's like the Energizer Bunny down there.
Yeah, that was a good hit. If we could hear that all the way up here.
Number 52, DJ Phelps, is in there on the line. Number 67, Brody Romines, is the center. And there goes Ladd. The 20, the 10, turns it up the sideline into the end zone, but there's a flag down. And that will I said Ladd, it was Duran, Jacob Duran, who broke loose, number 27. But it's going to come back. Number 70, Hudson Budd. And number 80, Elijah Burbina, out there for the Tigers.
First and 20 for Republic.
I think that's everybody. But if I missed someone, sorry. Aiden Bodwin, number 81, out there as well. Under 3 minutes to go. First down and 20. Cornelson hands off to Duran again. Again, he bounces it to the outside and to the initial line of scrimmage and then pushed out of bounds inside the 30. Picked up about 13 before he was pushed out of bounds over there. Clock continues to run. Well, they've stopped it, but I don't think they should have.
He went out of bounds.
Yeah, but we're under. Yeah, we're not at 35 anymore, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
13, second down and 7.
So 2nd and 7. And Cornelson kept it and then pitched it. Oh, great read by Cooper Cornelson. And now there goes Tristan Burks into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's going to come back holding on Republic. I saw.
Second touchdown.
I'm not going to call out the number, but there was a hold downfield.
Well, it was downfield, so it still may be a first down, but that's 2 touchdowns that have been wiped off the board here because of holding penalties. Nope, not going to be a first down, but it's going to be close. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
There was one of those holding down the field where it didn't, no holding should happen anyways, but that definitely, when the ball's past you, you don't need to be blocking anymore.
Tucker Ladd, the ball carrier.
Give it to Ladd for a short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and a short one. Duran checks back in. A lot of guys getting some Friday night activity here. And Hicks, first down and more inside the 15, down to about the 11. And little scuffle as Brody Leach was on top of a Tiger defender, and then another Tiger came in to pull him off there late. For a Tiger offensive player. Tigers back in the red zone again. And with 1:39 left, they got a chance to score again, leading 42-14. And an inside handoff to Hicks, who keeps fighting. Finally pulled back, but he got down to about the 8-yard line. Picked up 3, 1:23 left. Tigers will have to run one more play, 2 more plays, right? Guess it depends on how long the play lasts. I bet Ryan Cornelson is wishing he had that last time out left. Under a minute. I think this is going to be the last play. The coaching staff in the booth next to us is putting their jackets on and getting ready to walk downstairs. Cornelson's going to kneel on it and run out the clock. They will have to snap it one more time.
One more kneel down. That'll be the final play of the game.
And that's going to do it. Well, a dominating performance despite those 2 late touchdowns by Neosho. Republic really put it on the Wildcats. We'll take a break, back to wrap up the broadcast after this timeout.
Are you looking for a place where love leads the way? At First Christian Church, we're about 2 things, loving God and loving others. No perfect people here, just a community of real folks walking through life together with grace, faith, and hope. Whether you're new to church or need a fresh start, you'll find a place to belong at First Christian Church of Republic, republicchristian.org.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first.
Welcome back. Tigers win at 42-14. Rich Miles, final thoughts.
Great win, great conference win, and it holds our position at least at the number 2 spot in the districts. It's a great way to bounce back after last week's loss, and great way to start preparing for districts and the playoffs, and it'll be a great game. And I hope everybody comes out or at least watches us next Thursday versus Willard.
Yeah, remember Thursday night game for the Tigers as they face Willard a day early next week. So make your plans for a free Friday night. You won't be watching us next Friday unless feel free to load us up on YouTube and watch the replay on Friday. That's going to do it for the whole crew. Tigers win it 42-14. Thanks for watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports.